Welcome to Repairing Lawnmowers for Profit. I just thought I'd do this update on this Mountfield RV150 petrol lawnmower. I actually serviced the carb on this, as I said in the last video. I was going to take it out and just start it up, but I have done that and I still couldn't get it started, and it didn't feel right to pull over. It's not kicking back or anything like that. It's not kicking back when you try and pull the start and try and pull it over. Just sort of not a lot of compression, and then it suddenly dawned on me that this could have a stuck valve, as I've had previously on mowers before. When I've taken the head off this, as you can see here, the actual gasket here on the head was actually down. It's just down here, as you can see here, behind this top valve. So the valve, this top valve wasn't opening and closing properly, so it wasn't getting good compression. Obviously it won't start and run like that. And it wasn't as far down as that, but it is, if you just mess about with it a little bit, it is actually possible to get this lined up and still screw the head back on and actually have it stuck down behind this valve here. So somebody's obviously been in here and just to have a look and put it back, and it's probably added to the problem. So I'm just going to put this head back on here. We'll take it outside and we'll just take a look at this, and hopefully we'll be able to get this running. So as you can see, I'm outside now. I've just tried to start this mower up, and as you can probably tell, I didn't have a lot of luck. In fact, I had no luck at all. So I thought the other thing to do, I'll just check the flywheel key. Actually check the flywheel key that's on the bottom underneath, just near the blade. That's okay. And I just thought I'd film this short video because these are really cheap plastic looking flywheels that you get on these Mountfield. They're quite, you can't really pull them off with a puller too easily. They're basically just meant to be left. But what I do to get these off is I just put a piece of wood underneath, obviously remove the spark plug, just to stop the blade turning. Just don't want to bend the blade, but I just want to put some weight on it. And if you do that, you can actually get your socket on here, and you can actually undo this from the top, and we'll just pull this off. And as you say, they're really cheap plastic flywheels. The only way really you can get this off without a puller is I just leave something under this side here. So this will eventually lift off, as you can see here. I just wanted to show you that the flywheel there, that all looks okay. What we're looking for here is just anything that looks like it's smashed off here. That's actually sat in there. It's all got a nice square edge to it, and everything looks like it should. But I wanted to check those two things. They still don't feel quite right to pull over on this mower. The other thing I might do as well, although I've got spark, is I might just change this ignition coil. It's got a bit of a dodgy end. As you can see, someone's had a go at that, but of course I've checked it's got spark, but might just help it if I swap that over. Another thing I'm going to do as well with this flywheel, as you can see, it's a bit rusty on the edge. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to clean that up a bit. I've just got some wire wool. Just get yourself a piece of wire wool. Just clean it up with the edge of that. I'll just give that a rub over and clean that off. I'll try that again first before I replace this ignition coil. But yeah, I'm having a lot of problems with this little lawnmower. It's been a little monkey. Just one other thing to note about these cheap plastic flywheels, as you can see here where the screw is, that's the only magnetic part on this flywheel. All the rest of it's not got anything in it at all that helps it start, and that runs against this ignition coil here. Now if you get a decent lawnmower, something like a Honda, that's, you have a look at the flywheel on that, there's actually about 4 or 5 magnets, I think there is. I think that contributes from being high quality, the start up easy and things like that. You can pull a Honda over once, if it's all set up correctly, it'll just fire up great, there's no effort at all. But as I say, you get what you pay for. And this is see here, just the one magnet on the flywheel, which is, it's always going to make it more difficult to fire up. You're not getting as good a spark. So I've eventually, after a lot of messing about, I've actually managed to sort this mower out. I think it was just a combination of it being stood outside. I've actually cleaned that flywheel off as well. I've checked the timing, I've serviced the carburetor. I've also made sure that on here, just on the connection from the ignition coil to the plug, I've just made that off so I can see it and just so it's working okay. And I'm just going to try and start this up now. But one thing, if you haven't been started for a long time, I often use a can of this. It's called Easy Start, made by Holtz at the top. You just spray it, if you take the plug out, just spray some of this in and put the plug back in. It can often help you get started. So I'm hoping this is going to start now, and once it starts and gets running, it should clear off hopefully some of the smoke, because there's been a lot of oil in it. And I'm hoping this might be good to clean up and good to go, so we'll give it a try. Yeah, so eventually, that's after a lot of messing about with this type of lawnmower. That often happens, but not as bad as this one. I've had to do a little bit of work on this one. As I said, main things to check if it's not firing up. Check your timing, of course, service the carburettor. And if you can't get it going, you've checked everything else. You know the timing's okay, you know it's getting fuel, you know it's getting spark, and the ignition coil's set up correctly. If you're sure that everything like that is correct and it still won't start, it might just be worth taking just a kind of easy start here, making sure it's on choke, and just firing this up. Once you get it going, it can often sort itself out if you can burn off some excess oil. And as you could tell there, it was revving up and down quite a lot, but once it's got settled down, it wasn't too bad. And also I have the air filter cover box, that's not on as well. So once that goes back on, I'm sure that should run okay with a little bit of tinkering about. There's another one to repair for profit. So a little bit more work than is normally required, but everything that I've done on it basically is covered in the DVDs. And just a quick reminder that DVD is still available via the website, completely free. If you just go on there and download the startup guide, there's a box that says Christmas giveaway. You can order your copy completely free. Just take a look at that, it's absolutely free to do. There's another one to go. I'm going to get inside now and get warmed up. It's beginning to get a bit cold today.